Welcome to the Goals module. Completion of the module will require approximately 12 minutes. This last module will describe the goals portion of the very apt student teaching form. This portion of the form should be completed by the student teacher prior to the three-way conference and discussed with the university supervisor and mentor teacher at the end of the conference in order to establish measurable goals to support the growth of the student teacher. The final section of the student teaching form includes goal development. If you are completing this form as part of a midterm review, these goals should be obtainable by the end of the semester. If you're completing this form at the end of the term, these goals are for the student teacher to use to drive his or her personal improvement in the first years of teaching. When developing goals for the student teacher, consider any sections of the student teaching form that the student has not yet been exposed to. For example, if a student teacher has not been able to incorporate technology into his or her lessons, this might be a good place to start. When developing goals, the team may also consider areas where the student teacher received a score of 0 or 1. A lower score may indicate that the student teacher needs further support in a given area or more opportunities to practice the skill. Consider rows with lower scores when developing potential goals for the future. Finally, when developing goals, consider the nature of the classroom. Perhaps students require the support of complicated communication devices, and the student teacher simply needs more practice working with these devices. Or if the classroom is particularly collaborative with multiple support providers, several paraeducators, and various general education teachers, etc., the student teacher may need more practice working with lots of adults. Feel free to let the learning environment drive goal development. Let's watch Ms. Sandra talk with her student teacher, Jeff, about his needs and the goals that they will develop together in preparation for the three-way conference. It is important to remember that the goals will be finalized at the end of the three-way conference with input from all team members.
All right, Jeff, so we're here to talk about goals because Dr. Brown's coming next week to do the midterm evaluation, and before she comes, it's good to have some goals written down, so when we're meeting all together, we have some ideas. Did you have any idea about what goals you might want to write for yourself for the rest of the semester?
One area I think I really need to work on is data collection.
Yeah.
I gave myself a 1 on that, and in particular, when I'm teaching with another teacher and I'm leading, it's hard for me to tally data and why I lead the class. So I need to do a better job of incorporating the other teacher into my data collection.
Jeff, that's right. I have a hard time with data collection. Even after all these years of teaching, it's a real struggle of mine. So don't feel bad about that. Maybe what we can do this week is come up with a better plan for data collection. Maybe make our data sheets easier to use, and it will help in the real time. What do you think about that?
I appreciate that. It's kind of keeps me at ease knowing that a tenured teacher has difficulty collecting data as well. So any help I can get, I appreciate it.
That'd be great.
So, thank you.
Goal development is a collaborative effort between the cooperating teacher, university supervisor, and student teacher. There is no set rule regarding how many goals are developed. However, goals should be manageable, measurable, and discussed throughout observations and meetings. This last module described the goals portion of the very apt student teaching form. This portion of the form should be completed by the student teacher prior to the three-way conference and discussed with the university supervisor as part of the conference in order to establish measurable goals to support the growth of the student teacher. To test your understanding of the goals module, we will ask some additional questions about the criteria found in this section. The following post-quiz will help you gauge your understanding of the objectives and content addressed in this module. Please answer each question. To receive credit for this module, you must answer at least 4 of the 5 questions correctly. Upon submitting your answers, you will receive immediate feedback and you will be able to view the correct answer for each question. If you don't pass the first time, Review the module content and attempt the quiz again.